Look, before you accuse me of high treason for daring to touch the sacred parchment of 1787, breathe. In through the nose, out through the panic attack. Because I'm here to suggest a 240-year-old operating system needs more than a software update. The OS needs a rewrite. One that wasn't coded by aristocrats who thought muskets were high-tech and women were cute but legally optional. Now, don't get me wrong, the founders were bold, brilliant, flawed geniuses who built something that had never been tried before. Self-government. Without a monarch, without a theocracy, and, unfortunately, without indoor plumbing. But even these guys knew they didn't have all the answers. That's why they built in the ability to change the thing. They just didn't expect we'd treat the original version like it was gospel instead of a pretty good beta. The Constitution was designed to make it hard to do stuff, to prevent kings and tyrants from grabbing the wheel. Great, but now we live in a world where the crises don't wait for Congress to sober up. Climate collapse happens in real time. Data breaches? Instant. Deepfakes? I mean, at this point, your grandma could be starring in a hostage video made by AI, and the Senate would still be debating whether to form a committee to think about maybe addressing it next year. Maybe. Meanwhile, we're still governed by a system that can't even force a president to show up to a subpoena. The Constitution has become the couch in the national living room. Nobody wants to get rid of it because it's historic. Even though the springs are broken, it smells weird, and every time we sit on it, we sink into a kind of dysfunction that cable news feeds on like vultures at an all-you-can-eat scandal buffet. Now, I know the usual objection, but what if we open it up? What if we make it worse? Buddy, have you seen Congress lately? It's like a family refusing to fix the gas leak because it might be expensive, while the carbon monoxide alarm is screaming like a toddler on espresso. Let's be honest about the structural limitations. No term limits means politicians become career cosplayers for lobbyists. Campaign finance? Legalized bribery with better fonts. Executive power? Expanding like your uncle's waistline after Thanksgiving. Digital rights? Not even there, because James Madison didn't have a TikTok addiction or a fridge that talks to Beijing. Look, this isn't about left or right, it's about up or down, as in, are we leveling up as a republic or sinking under the weight of our own contradictions? Because if we really believe in liberty and accountability in building a nation for the people, then we owe it to ourselves to fix the structure, not just slap duct tape on the facade. This isn't about nostalgia, it's about survival. This isn't sacrilege, it's stewardship. And no, we don't need to wait for an alien invasion or the Yellowstone supervolcano to pop like a zit on democracy's forehead. We need to act like grown-ups before it's too late. So maybe the founders didn't have all the answers. That's not a failure, that's an invitation. They gave us the tools to build the future, not worship the past. And if that idea offends you more than what His Orangeness did last Tuesday, then congratulations, you're exactly why we need a rewrite.